Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Camibel and I have my friend here with me.
Hi, Donna.
And today we just want to jump onto the trending topic on YouTube that talks about I don't dream of labor. So if I'm to ask you, Donna, do you have a dream job, or do you think you have to do a certain thing or a certain kind of job just to make a living and all that? What's gonna be your inputs?
Well, my dream job is being a nurse, but at the same time, I don't feel like I want to do nursing forever. I want to actually open my own business, like a clothing line, or do something where I enjoy it. I actually like doing hair. And I like to crochet too. So I was thinking maybe doing like a crochet line versus just straight doing, nursing forever, because it's a strenuous
get it.
job.
So you're making money while doing what you love, basically.
Yeah.
And sometimes while you're doing that, you might not really get as much as you can when you're actually being a nurse. But it's more like you are being confined to okay, you have to be a nurse to make this certain amount of money, compared to if you're actually working on your own. Sometimes when you start working on your own, you may not really make that amount of money when you're working for someone. But if you're working for someone, it may seem like slavery, kind of, because you have to get to work at this certain time, you have to do certain things, your license is at stake, because if you give a patient a wrong medication, you can be jailed.
Even with the caregivers, like if they're like make a mistake, that interferes with your license.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, how should I position this? Okay, yeah. So there you go. Okay.
But yeah, I just feel like I have kids as well. So with that being said, with constantly going to work every single day and from this time to this time, it's like it interferes with me even spending time with my kids. So I feel like to say that I have to go to work, I have to do this, it kind of is annoying. I would prefer to be able to set my own hours, have my own job where it lets me do what I feel is comfortable for me. Because I'm not trying to overwork myself and get overwhelmed when I don't enjoy what I'm doing, if that makes sense.
Okay, so Janaya, I don't know if you get what we're talking about. It's more like so there's this trending topic on YouTube that says, is it I don't have to work for labor, or I don't have to do something about labor, where you have to work to do this, more like people perspective of a dream job. Do you have a dream job, or you're actually doing nursing? Okay, let me put it this way. Is nursing your dream job, or you're doing it because of there is something attached to it? Maybe it's for people, I don't know how to put the question, but do you have an idea of actually
do you feel like you have to work these amount of hours or to make money to have the perfect life, basically?
Well, honestly, to me, to have a perfect life, in order to have, well, no life is perfect, but if you want to say, if you're living your ideal life, I would say do something that is of your passion. Okay, it doesn't, if you're doing something like if you just go and work a basic job, or you go to school for this major, but that's not really something that you're passionate about, you're just doing it because you want to make money, or you feel like this is something that you have to do, or this is something that your parents raised you to believe. In Western society, we were raised to believe, and maybe in other parts of the world too, we were raised to believe that you have to go to work, you have to go to school, you have to make money, you have to go into this field if you want to make an X amount of dollars in order to make to get a decent living. But I feel like, besides the money aspect of it, if you want to live a really comfortable, ideal life, you have to love what you do. Your passion has to be there. So, for example, as far as nursing, with me being a nursing student, yes, to be a nursing student, you have to have a passion for people. You have to have a passion for helping people. And I do have a passion for helping others, children and babies specifically. So I do want to do neonatal nursing as well as pediatric nursing. So whenever I do, get my degree and then I go into that field, then that's where I'm going to go where my passion is, which is with children and babies, and see how that goes. Now, somewhere along the line, as we get older, as our mind progresses, your mind changes. You'd be surprised how many times your mind changes. But when you have a real true passion about something, that's never going to change. So I would say, no matter where your career lies at, just make sure that it lies in an area where you're passionate about, because it won't feel much like work. It'll feel more like play instead of like a chore or something that you have to do. You'll be more proud to do it, and you won't even think about the money aspect of it.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, your dream job is to be a nurse, and you don't mind staying all the hours. Maybe if you're on call, you have to do something, but you have to go to work because they actually need you at this time. You don't mind doing that because that's what you enjoy doing. Is that what you mean?
I enjoy doing it, but however, there's other parts of me that are very important as well. So I'm not going to dedicate 100% of my time or the majority of my time specifically to that, because there are other passions that I have. I have my own YouTube channel. I do tarot readings and things like that. So I have passions for that.
Please tell them your name of your channel.
Oh, the name of my YouTube channel, it's called Yaya's Tarot. And I've been doing it for the last couple of years. I really enjoy doing it. It helps me stay in tune with my own personal spirituality. And I feel like alongside of my passions in life, I feel like my spirituality is important. My personal health is important. My time with family and friends is important. So, it's important to have passions in life, but also make time for you. Make time for your family. Make time for other people. Your job doesn't have to be your life always, or your whole career don't have to just be 100% of your life. You have to dedicate parts of your life to other things that makes up you, or that components of your self-identity. So, my YouTube channel is a major part of what I do right now, and it is a passion of mine as well. So you can have more than one passion, you know what I mean? So it's important that whatever you tend to do in life, and like I said, it doesn't always have to, money don't always have to be tied into it, but if it is, make sure it's something that you love doing, and make sure don't make it to where it's something that you have to do, because most likely if you feel like you have to do it, or you're being forced to do it, then most likely you're not going to stick with it. You're going to find something else that you're going to want to do, or you're going to end up changing careers or changing jobs.
Okay, I have another question. What if like your passion, what you love to do, cannot really make ends meet? You can't really get as much money that will help you with your rent, with your bills, with your child's school fees, and all of that. Then what would you do in that situation?
In that situation, I would try to find something, maybe, if, let's say, for example, let's say your passion is with animals.
Okay.
Find a career or something that includes like animals, like a veterinarian, or something like that, or a groomer, a pet groomer. And if that doesn't make a lot of money, then like I said, it's important to see if you have more than one passion. Look into other things that you might like, not just that one thing. Look into other things that you might like, because you might be able to link that with a career if you can. There's so many different occupations and different options out there.
Okay.
So.
See, for me, what I would probably do is like, okay, so once I'm done with school, I plan on not being stuck to one place. I'm going to do maybe like per diem, where I pick my own hours. So like if I don't want to go into work, I don't have to go into work, so that's why I would probably go that route. So that way I'm still making the money, because I can like guesstimate, or basically know how many hours I'm gonna work this month. So now I have all this other free time. I know I'm gonna get paid this much this amount of money, and then after that I'll just do what I like to do. So I can do, my crochet. I like to do hair. I actually have a YouTube channel too. It's Naturally Queen D.
Yes. Check it out.
But so I would just do that instead of you being stuck to a set schedule, a set time.
Yeah.
Why not with nursing? That's what I like about nursing. That's why I picked nursing, because you have so many different options.
You can be flexible.
Yeah, so you can just do per diem, and per diem is basically, you tell them what you want to do. Like you are set literally like 2 days a month that you have to go. But if you don't want to go the rest of that month, you don't have to go the rest of that month.
Yeah.
So, but if you want to pick up maybe 2, 3, 4 days, you can. So now you still have all those extra days to do what you really enjoy, what you really like. So
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it's weird, but what I really enjoy is basically being at home, not really doing much. But if I have to go out, maybe once or twice a week just to go to work, I don't want to be limited or to be restricted to doing a particular thing or working a particular hours before I can pay my bills. With me, so I have a thing for like dressing up, taking pictures. Like if I can get paid through that, I would really love that. But sometimes some things we actually love, we can't like make a living through that.
Yeah.
Because most times when you see someone, you look good, will you be my model? It's basically or sometimes accidentally. Like I don't know if you've heard like some stories of maybe I was walking on the road, this influencer saw me, then I started doing a runway for this brand. Okay, I really love to be
like
that. I really love to be that, but sometimes you don't get the opportunity to be that. Then you are now forced to work. So fine, I'm a nursing student, I love being a nurse, but I don't want to work full time as a nurse. And at the same time, I want to work to the point where I can go on vacations, not thinking about, will I be able to afford it? If I afford it, can I pay my bills at the end of the month? But can I also try to like flex, post pictures, go on vacation, and just work few times? Like I feel we are just restricted. So back in Africa, right, or most parents in Africa, you have to go to school. They believe you have to go to school to be able to make it, or you have to go to school to be big, or you have to go to school not to start begging and all that. Like that's our perception. That is their perception. It's while growing up, that was when I noticed, or that was when I knew that you don't have to go to school. Looking at Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook and some other people that got to do something big, not going to school, so that the perceptive of whatever is actually changing now. The narrative is actually changing now. You don't have to go to school to do that. While with me, I feel I have to go to school to be a nurse, so I can start working and start getting paid. Yeah, I love taking care of people, but I also love nursing money because it's a lot of money in nursing. I'm gonna be frank with you. I love to take care of people, but nursing is a lot of money. So if I'm a nurse, I can have the luxury to do whatever I want to do. So yeah, sometimes labor is forced, but it is what it is. You just have to do it anyway. Because some things we love to do might not give us what we want, or I don't know. Am I making sense at all?
Yeah, but the thing is, you're right about that though. It's
You're
good that you picking nursing because you got to think. Nursing is so flexible. You can even travel. Like I was just watching this nurse on YouTube. I can't remember her name, but she was literally showing how much she get paid a week.
And traveling nurses get paid a lot.
They do.
Paid $1,000 and something for her room and board. She was getting paid $400 and something just for her food, and she would still have some left over.
Yes.
And then like in the whole month, in the whole week, she was getting paid like $5,000 and something dollars. Just a week.
Just
one
a week. 1 week. And that whole work-life balance thing, that is very important. Like I said, working a substantial amount of hours per week, that's ridiculous. I mean, even to this very day, I feel like that idea takes away, and this is why we have so many health problems. This is why we have so much high levels of stress, and this is why
I've been working part-time for 4 years. I don't care. Like I don't care how much I make. I'm not gonna kill myself working 80 hours in 2 weeks. I can't, even though I'm not making what I want to make, but my health and my time is very, very important.
Very important, and that's a good thing. So maybe that's the idea that you might want to promote for others, that maybe do try obtaining or getting a career that pays, has high pay, so that you can work part-time, and now you're making time for self, you're making time for family, you're making time to contribute to your health, your spirituality, your mentality. All of that plays a role, because think about it, if all of those things aren't taken care of, or if you don't take care of those aspects of yourself, how can you go out in the field and work a job and take care of other people?
Because nurses, they do be working 12-hour shifts, and sometimes they need you to stay an extra 4 hours.
They work 16 hours a day, and you have to come to work. I had a nurse that worked 12 hours. Then maybe there was a snowstorm or something. Some nurses called in and they asked her, and it was compulsory. You don't have a choice. You have to stay till 11 p.m. Imagine coming to work 7 a.m. and going back home 11 p.m. and you have to come to work 7 a.m.
the next
There's
day.
a burnout and all of those stress. And do you know, like nurses, I've heard of nurses that became, is it depressed or suicidal or something. Some nurses actually killed yourself. You might be thinking, okay, you're making a lot of money, but you don't have time for yourself. You don't have time for your mental health, for family, and all of these things. It's crazy. Do you have anything else to say before we end the video?
No, I just say you guys love yourself and don't over stress or overwork yourself, because if you do, it's just gonna be a burnout. You don't want to do that.
Definitely. I want to say balance. Balance is the key to everything. You're gonna always, no matter what you're doing in life, you're gonna always find, or it's important to always find balance. Just like there's always gonna be a balance between your practicality and spirituality, a balance between work life and home life, you know, things like that. Always find an equal balance. That way you can make time. And then, like in my case, you know, there was a time where I had to come in and I was asked to work extra hours, and it's okay to say no sometimes, okay? Because sometimes when people ask you to put in extra hours or ask you to come in, they'll keep asking you or assume that you always got that time available, and that's not always the case. So it is okay to say, it's okay to say no, okay? Sometimes saying no is gonna help you along the way too. Saying yes all the time, that right there could be very unhealthy, because people are going to always expect or always assume that you're available or that you got the time or that you got the energy, and that's really not the case. So it's okay to say no. Say no sometimes.
Okay guys, thanks for staying with us, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to
Yaya's Tarot
and Naturally Queen D with 2 E's.
Okay, thanks for staying with us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching guys. Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe.